Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel and welcome back to American Truck Simulator. It has been about, I think it's been about a month probably, if not longer, since I've done a video here in ATS. And this is the rig that we're running today. And of course, I am part of Southern Justice Trucking. And this is the skin I'm going with. I just love the paint scheme that I put on the truck. Black base, brown cover middle coating, and then orange highlights. I just kind of like the look of it. I wish I could do that on the trailer as well, but to match it, but the trailer is just basically a brown. So yeah, let's hop up into the truck. We have a load to pick up, which is right there. I don't know why they couldn't just load me out of this dock, but oh well. Let's get transitioned over, get loaded up. I'll catch you when we're ready to hit the road. Alright, we went ahead and got loaded up. Let's see if I can get the right key here. Here we go. We have 41,000 pounds of packaged food heading over to Kingman. We are here in Camp Verde, so we do have a little bit of time to get there. Looks like it's 169 mile trip, if I can get that out right. I don't need that up, but let's take a quick look at the route regardless. Ooh, looks like it's gonna be a lot of not interstate. Well, we get on I-40 there, but not for very long. Okay, so yeah, we are going to the Walmart over here. I'm assuming that's not a DC. It could be though. But yeah, let's hit the road and get going. Hope everyone's having a wonderful week. I do apologize, this video might be coming out a little late today. And at least I'm getting a video out today, I'll put it that way. One of the previous videos that I thought I had did not record correctly, or something was screwed up with it. And for those of you who haven't seen one of my ATS videos, or most recent ones, my button box is actually to my left. So when you see me look to the left, I'm actually looking at my button box. With that in mind, let's get these windows rolled up. It's just the way I have my setup currently. It's the best place for my button box for me to reach it. Otherwise I have to reach very far, and it might give more of a realistic look to an extent in game, but it is what it is. Let's get that released. There we go. And the way I'm able to look freely about the truck is with Track IR. If you guys aren't familiar with it, I know plenty of YouTubers use it when they're playing games like this. That's just like in real life. I have a case, actually 2 cases of water sitting beside me. I'm actually gonna go this route. Right. Because I haven't outright explored Camp Verde. I just quote found it Turn right. When I made the delivery here.
Take the right turn ahead.
Some of you that are quite familiar with my ATS videos are probably wondering why I'm not driving the 389. It's because I wanted something a little different. I love my 389 Pete. But yeah, they came out with this I don't know if they came out with it or they just had updates to it for the stock ATS stock VNL.
Continue straight.
But apparently it's a 2014 version, so I've been a little out of the loop lately as far as ATS news goes. I've just been keeping an eye on when the new states are going to be coming out is all. Even then, I don't remember if I've seen any dates. But I know some of the new updates, and I know one of the mods that I actually have in is an improvement to like the road noise. So obviously you hear the engine noise.
Continue straight.
And you'll hear it a little bit more when we get on the interstate. Okay. Sorry, I was just looking at my dash as far as what I have on the info screen. It looked like it may have reset for me on accident, but nope, we're good. But yeah, you can kind of hear it spool up a little bit. There's an improvement mod for the road noise, and I haven't been on any gravel to test it, but well, not traveling at a higher speed, because I tend not to go very fast on gravel roads if I can help it. But one of the more recent mods that you may notice is obviously that noise. They did make improvements to ambient noises,
Take the right turn
which
ahead.
I think may have partially to do with the road noise and things like that. But there was a mod that came out that I couldn't resist
Turn right.
as far as improving the road noise. There's also adaptive cruise control, which means I can set it when I get on the interstate. I can set it to 65, and depending on the traffic in front of me, currently have it set to, I think, register at 100 feet because I am in a semi. If I was in a car or truck, it'd probably be at the shortest interval, which I think might be 50 feet. Maybe it's 30 feet. I don't remember. But it does make it a lot easier and nicer to drive on the interstates, just because you can set it, and to an extent, forget it. Just because it will adapt to the traffic in front of you. The downside is sometimes when you're driving on a road like this, if it was, say, a 2-lane divided road and these 2 lanes were going the same direction, it can pick up on traffic in the other lane. So if like my lane was completely open, whatever either left hand or right hand side, if the traffic slowed down, it would register that to an extent and slow down just because of all the curbs and whatnot. So that is a downside to it, and it may just be part of the programming. They can't really do much about it. But it may just have something to do with like the hit blocks or whatever. So if you hit traffic that registers type of deal, they're probably using that same technology. So because these are little hilly mountains, the speed limit is 65. We're just gonna go 60 right now. Probably piss off all the traffic behind us. But yeah, I'm a truck. They should be used to it. I still feel like I can make it up some of these hills a little bit quicker than some of the AI traffic, but not always. I do have, what is it, 41,000 pounds of freight on, so there is that. I think one of my next videos for ATS is just going to be a time-lapse type of video, because I really want to take another long-haul trip, and I do have, let's see here, okay, we should make it. I do have basically the fatigue simulation turned on, and one of the other mods that I believe I mentioned, I haven't actually talked about it, I just mentioned, some newer mods, is if you look at my GPS there, it looks a little bit different than just standard, but what's going on up here? Alright, I guess I'll be good and stop. But if you look at the GPS, it does look a little bit different. The speed that actually looks like, what you see on the side of the road, the speed limit signs. But the time on the right is the time I have left in my trip. And then the time on the right is how much time I have left before I need to take my mandated break, aka fall asleep at the wheel, at least with the way the game plays. I do wish that there was a better mod to simulate as far as needing to take mandated breaks per the laws and regulations, you know, federal or state. At very least federal, but just because it would bring that much more realism. You know, kind of give you a warning of, hey, you know, you need to take a break in the next hour. Or something like that. Instead of doing the whole yawning thing, have it be more of an alert type of setup. And I know I've mentioned it in the last video, one of the recent updates allows the truck to move a lot more. So as you notice when I just took off there, the truck definitely lurched because I kind of jammed on the gas a little harder than I expected to. Oops. But I do like this,
Left turn ahead.
I do like this Volvo VNL truck.
Turn left.
I do have a 600 horsepower motor in it, but the transmission I may need to update just because it's not the strongest, but it works out fine for, you know, doing these simple loads. It's definitely not going to be a heavy haul or long haul. Well, heavy haul for certain. Long haul, definitely. It can be. It's definitely not a heavy haul truck, I'll put it that way. Basically, my hope and idea is that anytime I use it, I will have this trailer available to use it, simply because I made it for this truck. Alright, let's get this cruise set and see what happens. Traffic just definitely seems to be light. It is about 3:30 in the afternoon according to my dash down here. So it is not a bad day to drive. I mean, look at that sky. Not a cloud in the sky. It is beautiful out here. According to my dash, it's only 89 degrees outside, which, depending on humidity, may not be too bad. And yes, I am from Ohio, so humidity does count. And no, I cannot wait until they actually get to the Buckeye State here in ATS. Yeah, I'm going to be waiting for quite a few years, I think, at the rate they're going, but at the same time, it also seems like they're slowly picking up the pace.
Continue straight.
Because the more people that get into the game, the more states they release, and, you know, people pay for. It seems like the bigger they're slowly getting, not to mention they also have European Truck Sim, which I've dabbled in that a little bit. I'm not sure how to put this. That's why I'm kind of stumbling over my supposed words. With European Truck Simulator, I'm just not quite comfortable driving around in that game enough. I'm not familiar enough with the road signs and things like that to be comfortable driving like I am here in American Truck Sim. And that's just on me. I try to do these games to where it's as close to realistic as possible. But at the same time, I do want to have fun, and I don't know if I can have fun if I'm struggling to drive. I mean, it's almost to the point of, or the equivalent to me anyway, of me coming in here and trying to drive and be as realistic as possible while using a mouse and keyboard. I'm not trying to dog on anyone who does that and records and puts it on YouTube, because more power to you, but I kind of like to try to be as realistic as I can, which, you know, getting over the other lane like that, not so much. Just call me a distracted driver, it's all good. I don't have fines turned on, so if I hit somebody, that's on them. As I'm starting to yawn. Lovely. Good thing it looks like I have about a half hour to go. Because once I get this load delivered, we're going to find a place to sleep and find something else to do. But at the rate this is going, this is going to be the only trip for this video, guys. Darn, what a shame. I do have this set up with the ramp on the back. So I'll probably end up getting to a shop and taking that off. Just because I am planning on doing a long haul, and that's not exactly right for a long haul truck. Instead, what I'll probably end up doing is getting the tail put on that.
Use the right lane and take the exit on the right.
Yeah, Jake's not very loud, is it? The aerodynamic tail.
Take the exit
So
on the right.
I do have this trailer. Excuse me, I just got done eating breakfast before I started recording. I apologize.
Right.
I do kind of have this trailer set up to an extent for aerodynamics, just without that tail. I guess it is a DC.
Use the left lane, then turn left.
Because the store's there. Okay.
Turn left.
At the same time, when I come and do deliveries and they have me park like here, it makes me kind of glad that I have that dock ramp on the back. Here, let's go external real quick. I'll get parked, and then I'll show you what I'm talking about. Alright, so this is the dock ramp that I'm referring to here. It can drop down all the way when I'm backing into a dock, or in places like this where they want me to park here so they can unload me. It works out in that fashion too. But I mean, I don't know if they're just overly busy or what's going on, but yeah. So guys, as always, we're gonna call it for that video. So if you happen to like what you see, if you catch yourself watching more than one of my videos, please do us both a favor and hit the subscribe button and ring that bell. That bell will let you be notified of every single video I post, and not just select a few here and there. If you're already subscribed, guys, I thank you and I greatly appreciate it. If you're not subscribed but you're new, welcome to the channel. So with all that being said, guys, we'll catch you in the next episode. Take care. Peace.